Alright guys and girls, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, Anthony Kenneth Bishop. Now, I'm just looking at a post at the moment. It's an old post. Let me put that. And it says here about campaigners. This was back in 2016. This was, I think it was like December when the post was done. Yeah, something like December. But anyway, it was last year, so only a few months, 4 or 5 months old. And it said about the Supreme Court said protecting public health outweighed any damage to free trade. In other words, to free trade anywhere they wanted, really, with the alcohol system thing. Health campaigners have urged the ministers to introduce a minimum pricing for all alcohol drinks in England after the Supreme Court said the measure was legal under EU law. In a landmark ruling, 7 justices unanimously rejected a challenge led by the Scotch Whisky Association that Scottish proposals for strict price controls were illegal under EU trade rules. The ruling ends a 5-year legal battle against the measures which were passed by the Scottish Parliament in 2012, but then fought by the SWA and 2 European wine and spirits industries bodies. All the way to the European Court of Justice, the ECJ asked the UK courts to look again at the proposals in a significant coup for Nicola Sturgeon, Scotland's First Minister, who first suggested the measure 9 years ago as Scottish Health Secretary. The Supreme Court ruled on Wednesday that a minimum pricing is a proportion means of achieving a legitimate aim. They said protecting public health outweighed the damage to free trade, which the spirits industry and EU wine producers said they wanted to protect. The courts should not second guess the value which a domestic legislator puts on health, the judge stated, with Welsh ministers and the Republic of Ireland introducing similar measures. Health campaigners in England said the ruling left the Westminster government isolated and removed the last legal barrier to minimum pricing. Now, the thing is, if they did bring a pricing thing in, a minimum price for alcohol, I don't think that would be enough, to be honest, with the amount of people in the UK that abuse the system and the alcohol, right? I think it doesn't go farther enough. And now, how can they do it? Now, what they could do, seeming a supermarket is a supermarket and it's not an off license, there weighs the odds at. I think supermarkets like Lidl's, Asda, Sainsbury's and Tesco's, right, those main sort of firms in the UK shouldn't allow people to buy alcohol in there. They shouldn't have alcohol in there periodly. They shouldn't sell it at all. I think what they should do is have it like we used to do back in the old days. Have pubs and clubs, have them to sell the booze. Don't have it in people's homes where people can just stay at home all day by themselves drinking alcohol and all that kind of stuff, and getting to that sad point where in their lives and stuff where they just keep on binge drinking and stuff to God knows how many hours in the morning and stuff. But I think what they need to do, they need to regulate alcohol. I think just keep it in, but get rid of it out of the stores, out of the supermarkets. Supermarkets, guys and girls, are where you get food and not contamination. And make sure you don't smoke cigarettes and shit at the place as well, at supermarkets. To be honest, it should be illegal to smoke anywhere near a supermarket where you can contaminate food and stuff, if you know what I mean, guys and girls. But I think, to be honest, what they should do as well, put health warnings on the alcohol as well. And I think what they should do is have it so people can't drink indoors. Only go to the pubs. If you want to drink, that's fine. Have a drink. Go out. Get some fresh air. Be good. Keep it down to the minimum on the alcohol percentage. And you should be fine. And it won't. And then you can sort of socialise with each other and all that by going to the pub instead of staying at home, going on the internet all the time, talking to a bunch of friends, and then getting splattered on the internet, talking to friends and saying shit that you don't normally would say when you're in a pub. Because if you did, then you'd have bar fights. I think, to be honest, I think people should get back into that rhythm of. I think they shouldn't sell it at elf license either. I think it should be illegal to sell alcohol on certain premises. I mean, anything that contaminates food and shit, obviously. But anyway, I want you to let us know in the comments, guys, because I'm thinking about. I don't know. I'm thinking about this for a couple of days now, and I think it should go with cigarettes. I mean, they should. Obviously, pubs and clubs are places where you can socialise, you can have drinks, and it's actually in a controlled environment. And it will. I've got a cold and flu, by the way, guys and girls. That's why I'm all blocked up and contagious at the moment. But I think it should be regulated. I think alcohol is a really bad concern in the UK and anywhere, to be honest, where people can abuse alcohol. I mean, it's like today I saw, actually not today, yesterday when I was out and about in town, I saw some people yesterday pissed up and drunk in town, and I don't think that's actually right. I know people have problems and they have drink and stuff, but you don't want it near kids out and about, especially when you're bringing your kids outside and all that in the fresh air, and suddenly you hear them start swearing and getting drunk and splattered all over the floor and stuff. But anyway, guys and girls, let us know in the comments below. I mean, would you rather... to be honest, it should be legal so you could go to the pubs and the nightclubs and have a drink there, and it should be closed at certain hours and not sell it in shops. Don't sell alcohol. And these crates as well, people can get hold of. I think it should be to the point, if you want to get crates, right, you've got to be an owner of a pub or a club. I think that's the only way you should be able to get those big, massive, large crates. I think people who want some drinks, right, and they want just a sort of price on it, I think they should be racked up quite a lot. I think 80 to 100% extra on top, like £1 extra. I think there was some talks on it that they wanted drinks to be no more than £4 over or under £4, or actually they said over £4. They want the drinks to be over £4. I think, to be honest, a pint of bitter in a pub, or a pint of lager or anything, I think it should be a minimum of £7.25 to £7.40. Around about £7.40, I would say, a pint. I mean, I think they've gone up a little bit. I think they're usually about £3.50, £4, something like that. I think it should go up to about £7, because that way it can keep it controlled. At least it's all controlled in a controlled manner. But yeah, let us know in the comments, guys and girls. If you want to save your body, if you don't want to get liver cancer, if you don't want to get liver cirrhosis, right, and you don't want deep vein thrombosis in your both legs and get your legs amputated and stuff, due to the alcohol, or liver transplants, because that'd be a bugger if you need a new liver and stuff and they haven't got any, and you've actually done this damage to yourself by actually inflicting it on yourself, this alcohol and stuff, and you need help. I think this is the best way we can control alcohol, is by actually going back to the old ways and have it in a pub and have it in a club. And if you're in those environments, if you're about to take it out with you, you're not allowed to take it out with you outside. So you can't go outside with it. You've got to drink it indoors until you're finished. and like just have a minimum fixed price to it of £7, just over £7, something like that, a pint. I mean, it controls it at least. And if people were to go to work and they earn it, that's fine, that's cool. And they can just earn it and just buy whatever they want to buy with it. If they want to get bladdered and all that kind of stuff, it's entirely up to them. But they're going to feel it in the morning. Anyway, guys and girls, let us know. Cheers all for watching. Stay safe. It is the 29th of March 2018. I've been Anthony Kenneth Bishop, and I've been trying to help the world, save the world, and save you guys and girls out there from actually trying to poison yourself with the really bad chemicals. Anyway, see you later, guys and girls.